What is happening, YouTube? So I thought I'd do this video because it pains me when you search YouTube for Stream Deck ideas and they show you a quick tutorial. I'm just going to show you what I've got on my Stream Deck and kind of how you do it, really, how you add things and what sort of ideas you can have for your Stream Deck. You're going to design the Stream Deck to your liking. Don't copy what I'm doing. You don't have to, but it gives you some rough idea how you do it. So I'm going to bring my Stream Deck up on the screen. Just before this video starts, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would much appreciate it. I also live stream pretty much every night on Twitch, and I'll leave the Twitch description link in the description. So I would appreciate a follow on there. And I used to stream on YouTube. I don't anymore. I probably will come back to streaming on YouTube in the near future. So this is my Stream Deck. As you can see, I'll just bring it so it's on this side. There we go. So I always have my first page, or when I load in, I can just quickly press a button. So you got my Streamlabs. Yeah, you've got my two Internet Explorers, you've got my Twitch. So as soon as I click these buttons, these will pop up to the browser you pick when you're thinking, but I will show you how to do that. I've got my team viewer just in case my moderator needs to do some changes. It's quite handy. My Discord, my Adobe, my Elgato 4K just in case I need to quickly change something. My webcam, because sometimes webcams like to freeze. As you can see, sometimes it freezes on there. Volume control, and so that's pretty handy. And obviously with this webcam, if you can see, as you can see, I was talking, you can't hear me. So that is quite handy to have instead of keep pressing the button on the Elgato. I highly recommend Elgato. By far is my favorite. I use everything Elgato, and I'll go through that in a little while. So you can customize any key, and also you can add your own sort of photo icon. I have added quite a few myself, like the arrow, the next page arrow key, and I'll show you how to do that. And then my next page is more for my Streamlabs, so I can change scenes. I can quickly show you. Quickly show this one. You tap it, here I am. It's here. So yeah, so it's quite handy. It's really quite handy. I've got to go back to it though, because back to the YouTube video. There we go. Right. So I find it quite handy having that. It can be a little bit laggy. I feel like everybody has that issue, but it's not for pressing constantly. People don't say that in their videos on YouTube. So if you're changing scenes, allow a little bit of time before you go on to the next scene. So if you are starting on your starting screen, before you actually start doing your video or live stream, just allow a little bit of time before you keep pressing it, because your computer will go, oh my god. And I have got a fairly decent computer, so I don't normally have a problem, but it does come quite in handy for when you're streaming. So I'm going to click onto the next page, as you can see. So on this one, I have got my commands basically for when I'm streaming. So my first one is just mainly for like in an event. So I'm doing a friends meetup. I've put that on there. I can change that whenever I want. I've got all my emotes for Twitch. As soon as I click that, I bring up all my emotes on the chat. I've got my commands button. That's the third one. I've got my my Discord link. The be right back, I highly recommend you having. So you can do a command for that. My YouTube link, so I can just quickly tap it instead of finding my link and then adding it to it. Or you can add a command, but it's if somebody asks for it, you can just quickly put it on. Obviously, people I stream with, and a yes or no. So the tick being yes and the X being no. If somebody asks me a question, I'm not able to answer it on chat, I'm just going to put yes or no. But I find that quite handy, and it's quite easy to do. Right, so my next one is more for the clipping stuff and giving people quick shout outs. So yeah, that's quite fun. The top one is just like clipping chat, clipping the actual like 30 seconds of your last video. The number of views I get, that doesn't seem to work at the moment, but I think they're fixing that. I can ban somebody within a click of a button. I can do a shout out within a click of a couple of buttons. And I'm not sure what that one is, but there we go. And I've got like some other commands like, you know, I can gamble all, I can go fish, I can say hi, I can say thanks, I can say oh my god. And then all my rest of my pages are literally sound alerts, so I can play a couple of sound alerts on here.
Follow me, please. It is definitely not a trap.
You know, it's quite handy. You know,
I want to die.
So yeah, it's really easy to do. Adding these alerts, sound alerts. So yeah, I mean you can do it for hours. And it come quite handy. I've kind of separated some of them for when I'm streaming. So I'm a big fan of Jim Carrey, and I use these a lot in my streams. And, you know, and your viewers quite enjoy it as well. So this main last page is when I'm doing a YouTube video, like I am doing now. So I kind of use these a lot when I'm actually streaming. So, you know,
Up is on the way, dude.
this is really easy to do. I've also got a record button that you obviously connect your Stream Deck to your Streamlabs. You also connect it to your Twitch. And I'll kind of briefly show you how to do that. But it is really simple. Okay, so all in all that's how you do that. So I'm going to add, I'm going to show you how to add an alert to start with. So you're using your Stream Deck, you've done the downloads from the Elgato website download. Just find the product that you've got. You may have a 6 key, I've got a 15 key, but you can also have a 32 key. I highly recommend Elgato because I feel like their software is a lot better. And plus they give you a lot of add-ons to it. Okay, so once you get to this, you'll see in the top right hand corner, on the top of the page, you'll see go to Elgato Marketplace. So I'm going to bring that up. If I can bring it up on screen. It does take a little while to load for some reason. There we go. So I'm bringing it onto the screen now. And you want to press plugins, all right? So the reason why I'm doing this video is because some of them just kind of rush through the video and don't really explain it much. And I went through like 7 or 8 videos just to try and find out what I could do with the Elgato, how much I can add to the Elgato, you know, what sort of changes I can do to the video. So this is me just showing you what you could do with your Stream Deck. You choose what you put on there and what sort of sequence you do. No one's ever going to tell you what you can and you can't do, but I'm just showing you simple stuff just to make it a little bit easier for you. But it's your choice if you want to follow it. So the plugins. So you got the icons. It's got like a bunch of icons on there that you can pick for your Stream Deck. But I find it's better just to grab a photo from Google Image, and then uploading it that way. I feel like you can do a little bit. It's a lot better icons, as you can see from my icons. So your plugins. So main thing is you got a Discord plugin. I don't really use that, so but some people do. So as you can see, I've already searched some of them. So you got your Twitch. So you connect Twitch tools and Twitch. You need to do both. So Twitch tools is pretty much like giving people shout outs, you know, your commands and that sort of thing. The Twitch itself is just more for the chat, and I'll go through that with you in a second anyway. But you also, if you are on Streamlabs, you just put Streamlabs in, and it will come up with Streamlabs. So it will be, if you're using Streamlabs desktop, you need to add the Streamlabs desktop version. Okay, so many videos that I've watched when I was doing the Stream Deck, it doesn't tell you that. Streamlabs is more for the internet side of things, and the Streamlabs desktop is the one that you've downloaded to your PC. So there's not really much else I really show you on there really. Plugins is pretty nifty. You can put a CPU clock like I've done with mine. It just tells you what your CPU is running at. Also has OBS tools. It's like I said with Streamlabs, you got OBS tools. You would probably need the OBS desktop. I don't know if it does the OBS desktop. OBS Studio, OBS tools. This is probably just OBS then, so it doesn't really say. But I don't use OBS, unfortunately. So it'd probably be OBS Studio, wouldn't it? That's more likely to be to your PC. So that's the plugins. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you how you could add maybe a link to a website. So you've got your list on your right hand side. So you've got the top one is multi-action. I haven't used it. Still don't know what it's for, but it's there. Okay, and then you've got your navigation. You can switch profiles, this, that, and the other. I haven't used it, so I mean it's your choice if you want to use that. So soundboard, so you can play an audio. So what you do is you just click on it and you drag over. Then you go to this side, the bottom. You just literally go and find your sounds. So we'll just say this one. You can play it just to see what it actually sounds like. You use your obviously Stream Deck. Oh, it's 2 hours later. So that one is the 2 hours later. So I tend to take away the top of the name because it doesn't look right. You want to keep it as clear as possible. And then you want to add a photo to it. So you can upload any photo, but sometimes it doesn't crop itself into the photo. Like for example, this one as well doesn't really crop itself. Make sure your photos are in certain folders as well. Like my sound pick is a little bit better to space it off. You can put PNGs into this as well, and that's another thing that they don't tell you when you're doing it. So I mean, I've got my 2 hours later somewhere. Let's just going through all of them. Here we go. We'll just do the eternity layer. Why not? So there we go. You can crop that to fit it. I am on the verge of going through them all. I did manage to do a few of them to get them to crop a lot better. I just haven't got to that page. Okay, so now when you press that button,
2 hours later,
it's there. It's nifty. You can fade in, so you can fade in, fade out. I highly recommend fading out the longer ones because it makes it sound a little bit better at the end. So fade out, put 2 seconds or 5 seconds or whatever you want to do in sense of that. Okay, so that's that. All right, so I'm going to delete that one because obviously I don't need it now. Right, okay, so that's the sound clips. It's quite easy. You shouldn't have any issues for it. I highly recommend just finding some sound clips on Google. I'll leave a couple of websites in the description so you can just find some sound clips. Sometimes it's good to have just the most iconic ones. I mean, I've got some quite iconic ones, like, you know, it's pretty good for when you're playing Siege, that one. And it is Help is on the way because I'm helping you now. Okay, so that's those kind of ones, but you pick what sound alerts you want. You got to feel comfortable with it.
alrighty then.
Right, so that's the sound ones, and then the Stream Deck itself. It's got a timer, it's got brightness, it's got sleep. I haven't used that one, so I'm not really worried about that one. Customization, I've got the CPU. So when it comes to when you do the plugins and you download it, it will come up with customization. So that's just basically taking a bit from your PC, knowing about the CPU. Okay, so here we go. So Streamlabs. It's tricky with Streamlabs because you need to be able to have Streamlabs desktop downloaded. If you haven't done, you need to download it. And once you have downloaded it, so if I was to, I don't know, skip alert. No, I don't want to. Let's try to think of one I can actually show you. Spin wheel. That's something I haven't used. Skip media previous. Trust I haven't used any of these. Let's go to the other Streamlabs desktop because that's the one I'm obviously using. Okay, source, scene. Okay, so we do the scene. Okay, actually no, we could probably do the record. No, the record's quite easy to do. So we do the scene. Right, so you just drag, put on, and it's because it's already connected to your Streamlabs. Obviously, you will have to authorize it by connecting it with your thing. It will say authorize. You've already done that. Brilliant, smashing, perfect. You could pick scenes, so I can put any scene I want. I could put my starting scene on, and I could press that, and it will bring up my starting screen. I'll press it just to show you, and there's my starting screen. So it is quite simple on that part once you have it connected with each other. And then obviously you can add a photo to it. What I did on my one is actually having the actual scene backgrounds. So my webcam of what my webcam looks like at the moment. My live being when I'm live on Rainbow Six Siege or whatever game I'm playing. My desktop, obviously what I'm using now. A stream sniper, if I get a stream sniper, I can just tap that button and it'll bring up that screen. A wheel, ending soon, and then obviously my CPU. And then I got my record live, and I can click that live button, it will automatically go live, and I can mute. So yeah, so there's that. So I mean, that's quite, to me, it's quite simple. If you get really stuck on it, just message me. Comment on the thing, and I'll try and comment back if you have any other issues on that. So there's that one. And then here comes the one that I find a little bit frustrating when I was trying to figure it out and trying to look for a video. So I am breaking this down a bit better for you. Instead of making short videos, I'll just make this video just a little bit easier for you. So you got your Twitch. So chat messages is what I use more for my commands. So if I was to bring my chat message over here and put, I don't know, just say -MC, and then I'll just put -MC again. Actually, I'll just change that top one to up. Okay, so I've done that now. So if that's obviously been saved because it's on your Twitch side. If I bring up my Twitch, if you bear with me a second, here we go. I'll come into the chat. Okay, so you can see that my chat right in front of you. And if I press that, it'll pin that into my thing. Well, it's probably not even working for some reason. Why aren't you working? There we go. So it's there. And it will just put that automatic command in for you. Obviously that command for some reason isn't working because obviously I might have done it a different thing, but I can put another command in. I'll put this one in. So I've obviously told my Twitch to put that command in, and it's come up with my YouTube. So that's pretty handy. It's pretty handy to have. Yeah, so that's quite simple. So I find the better way to put commands in is doing it through the messages side of things. Instead of actually going through the Twitch way of doing it. You can clear chat. It's quite good, quite handy. You just drag it, paste it, and it will automatically connect to it. Followers chat. I mean, I highly recommend if you're ever streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, don't put a follower in chat. It just doesn't make sense. you want people to watch you, so and interact with you without them following, because they'll follow it eventually. But that's your decision. Viewers, but it is a bit broken at the moment, so it's not actually coming up with it, so I am going to figure that one out. And once I figure that one out, I'll do a separate video on that one. Open dashboard, don't really use. Shield mode, that kind of blurs things out. And stream title, what I don't use, I can just change it automatically. So that's that one. And then Twitch tools, this is where the other side, this is where I've done a separate page for my Twitch tools, so I'll bring you to it. So this is my Twitch tools, apart from my commands that I've added on there. So you can clip it now, so if you are streaming on there, you can just press that button, the clip now, and poof, it will clip it. The amount of viewers, but it's playing up like I said. The ban, you can automatically tap that, find the person you want to ban, and it will ban them instantly without using your mouse. Shout out, I am going to be changing these icons in due time, and then I can ban them, and obviously I've got like these little games on my stream, what helps. So that's that one. And then you can have the volume, chat, audio, this, that, and the other. What is quite handy, it's on my front page. And you can mute your mic, you mute the headset, and you can mute the thing, whatever you want to do. And that's quite handy. And that is preset when you're buying the Stream Deck anyway, so that automatically does it for you. So I'm hoping this video's kind of helped you guys, really. Like I said, as long as you've got a Stream Deck, Elgato Stream Deck, you downloaded all the software. Once you've clicked on the icon just here where the arrow is, and it, go into the marketplace and go into plugins and getting the add-ons, you should be fine. Make sure you download the ones that you actually need. So if it's Twitch, you need both. You need Twitch and then the Twitch tools. Streamlabs, you need the Streamlabs and the Streamlabs desktop, but mainly Streamlabs desktop because it has all your scenes in it. And there's not really much else really for me to say, really. But I'm hoping this video has helped you, and if it has, don't forget to subscribe. I would much appreciate it. I've been on YouTube for a long time. And I like helping people out, but I stream on Twitch, so I'll leave the link. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!